Hello there, my friends. Amy Friese talking to you today on Tuesday, February the 19th, 2013 for another installation of my Ironman Wisconsin 2013 journey. I can hardly believe that we are more than halfway through February. Oh my goodness, it is snowy and windy outside today, but I know before we know it's going to be nice outside. I cannot wait to ride my bike, to run outside more, and to get into open water. I cannot wait. I got a new wetsuit at the expo in January from Emery's, so I'm so super excited to slither into that thing and get into the water. So I'm super excited about that. But let's get started here to talk about workouts, nutrition, and motivation and inspiration. So favorite workout this week was Sunday's workout. My husband and I went to a show the night before, and so no alarm on Sunday, woke up whenever I was ready, got 8 hours of sleep. It was awesome. Went to the gym, swam for a mile, and then got on the bike for an hour and a half. Now, on my training plan, I was only scheduled to do 1,300 meters in the pool, but I thought, I'm that close, right? Might as well do a full mile. So it was really cool. I did 400 meters, took a little break, like less than a minute, did another 400 meters, took another quick break, and then did the last 800 nonstop. So that was awesome. I'm really focused on my reach, especially on my left side. I'm right-handed, so I'm stronger on my right side. So I was really focusing on the really reaching out here and getting my arm back. And then, especially when I was breathing on my right side and reaching out with my left, I feel like my hips dropped too much. So when I was focusing, it was the reach out and then the really powerful pull back. That made a huge amount of difference. And then I would say like the last 500 meters of the swim was like totally jamming. It was fabulous. It was totally cool. I felt like I could have swam forever. It was fantastic. So I got out of the water and stuff quick, put on my bike gear, and grabbed some nutrition. And went up and rode the spinner for an hour and a half. That was totally cool. Listened to music, read my book, just chilled out, just had a really good time all by myself for an hour and a half. It was really, really cool. Got cleaned up, went home, spent the afternoon with my husband, so that was awesome. And, you know, it's interesting. Like, I knew that training for Ironman was going to take a long-ass time. It's amazing how much time. So, like, I was at the gym for probably 3.5 to 4 hours. I tend to dally a little bit, especially in the weekends. I don't want to rush. I want to take it easy. But 3.5 to 4 hours at the gym, that's a lot of time. And so when we're training for Ironman, we get a little kind of, our perspective shifts, shall we say. And I just like to thank my husband for being so incredibly patient. And we have an agreement, you know, he knows that I'm going to be training and I'm going to be doing a lot of it, but so long as I get home around lunchtime, and most of the time I bring home lunch, like from Jimmy John's, for instance, then we're golden. So I know I talked about that a couple weeks ago, making sure that the communication lines are spot on. You got to really talk about that stuff. So really starting to feel the effects of time-wise of getting the training in. It's just a matter of being smart about it and just doing what you need to do, but making sure that everything's balanced. So that's always a lesson. I did actually, when we were out on Saturday, we had dinner, and I was talking to him about Ironman, another one. Woo, right? I haven't even finished my first one. I said, well, if this one totally doesn't suck, which I don't think it will, I would like to do another Ironman. So getting into the routine and understanding and having those expectations talked about was really helpful. And he's like, I still think you're crazy. And I'm like, well, maybe I am. But we'll just see how it goes and go from there. Because the majority of the people that do one, do another one. At least half of them that I know. So that's been cool with the workouts. Today I'm going to do a split. So I did an hour of the treadmill this morning, and then I'm going to go back in the afternoon and swim with Dave and get some more lifting in before I teach yoga. So I think I'm only going to swim like 1,000 meters today, which won't take me very long at all. And then get into the gym, get some sweat on, jump in the shower, and then teach yoga. Perfect way to end Tuesday night. So nutrition. Usually, I'm not a coffee drinker. I like coffee, but my body doesn't like coffee. Definitely coffee. I can sometimes get away with espresso, but I like that little jolt of caffeine in the morning. So what I have been drinking for quite a while, actually, is Advocare Spark. and Slam. Now, it's like a 5-hour energy. It comes in one of those little containers, but it's better for you. It's better for me. It works much better with my body. I've tried those 5-hour energy. Even that brand is specifically not good, but I really like this one. But I forgot to take it this morning, and I could really tell the difference. Not in a negative way, where I felt, I just felt I didn't have that edge that I typically have. So I've learned that just that little bit of caffeine first thing in the morning helps me a lot. So at most, I will have 1 Slam and a Spark. If I have more than that for caffeine, I'm like, whoa, jittery, because my body is very sensitive to caffeine. So I don't think the caffeine's bad. I think it's good when you use it properly and in balance. Sometimes we just need that focus, and caffeine has been proven to do that. When it becomes a crutch, however, that's when it gets a little dicey. So always being aware, if you need that cup of coffee, if you need that caffeine to keep you awake, then you need to go to bed a little bit early, right? So that's what I've been using, and really being cognizant about how I use those things, and so that I'm not dependent upon them, but I use them as a very effective tool. It's been working really well. Now, inspiration and motivation. I'm working from home today, and it's really easy to think, oh, I could just put my pajamas on. I could just do whatever. Well, I have a lot of work to do. I'm still working on my Eat Smart, Run Strong 21-day challenge success guide. And there's a lot that goes into it. So the motivation and inspiration is to get that bad boy finished, right? So I keep thinking about down the road, like what's in the future? What do I need to do to get me to that next step? So I think about that in my business. I think about that in my personal relationships. I think about that in my workouts. So when Mike Dooley was talking about the cursed hows, I try my very best not to get caught up in that, but I think about, I want to be there. That's what I want. What do I need to do to fill in between that? And so my mantra for 2013, I was talking to Dave about this morning, is practice, persistence, and patience. I've talked about this before, but boy, oh boy, that is incredibly motivating to me right now. I have got to stay patient, which is very challenging for me. I've got to stay persistent, which is also challenging, and I've got to practice. So pulling all of those things together has been really, really helpful, and getting uncomfortable, getting kind of, when you get that nervous anxiousness in your chest, you're like, I don't want to do that, but you have to, pushing through and doing that. So that is what has been inspiring me to keep going, because I want my business to grow. I want to be an effective athlete. I want to be a happy human being. So I have got to keep going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. And like my mom says, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And God would never give you more than you can handle. How's that for cliches? That's 3 or 4 you right in a row. But just keep going, my friends. Just stay persistent. Keep the faith and move on. And just like I say in every single video that I post, if you have any questions, please ask. I would love just to talk with you. I'd love to offer you advice. As a sports nutrition coach, I get it. I'm busy too, but I'm also hungry. And I know how challenging it is and how easy it is just to drive in through Arby's. I almost did that on Sunday. I can't even believe I almost drove into Arby's. Instead, I went home and made my own nachos from scratch. It was so totally easy. So those are the types of things that I help my clients with, that I help figure out. So supporting you is really important from an athlete perspective, but as from a human being perspective. So let me know. Let me know. Drop me a line. Give me an email. Find me on Facebook, on Twitter. Let's connect. That'd be cool. Otherwise, just keep watching these videos. It's going to happen sooner than you think, my friends. I can't believe, again, it's February. Oh my gosh, and September 8th is right around the corner. So until then, and until next week, you have a fabulous week. Make sure that you eat smart and eat happy, and stay persistent, my friends. We'll talk to you soon. All right, until then, bye-bye. Amy Friese checking out from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.